Hello everyone, welcome to Pokédex, the channel where I build decks for the Pokemon trading card game. Today I'm not going to be playing one of my decks. This is Robert Davies' Yveltal Bats list that he piloted to a top 4 in the national championships in Canada. So Robert Davies, the same man that built us the Groudon Dusknoir deck that we piloted in this channel. I'm a big fan of his. As soon as I saw this deck I fell immediately in love. It's really good, so right now it seems like we can pair anything with Crobat and it's going to be good, right? But actually Yveltal, the baby Yveltal, mind you, it's not the EX. This deck does not have EX attackers. Um, Actually, the baby Yveltal is really good. So for single energy, Oblivion Wing does 30 damage and you attach Darkness Energy from a discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. And then Darkness Blade actually comes in handy a lot in this deck. We can charge a second Yveltal with the first using Oblivion Wing, and then Darkness Blade does 100 damage for 3 energy, which is really good and combines really well with all the damage that we are doing with the bats and also the lasers and all that. So Yveltal, baby Yveltal, basically fits all everything that we want for a Pokemon to be good with bats, which is being a basic, have a good attack for a single energy, and this guy does both. Being a non-EX is also a plus, just because we are trading favorably with our opponents for prizes, so we can keep Oblivion winging and bringing energy back and keeping all our momentum going. So this deck is really cool. I saw the list on the Team Fish Knuckles interview to Robert Davies, where Robert actually explains his deck choices way better than I can, but I'm going to run through the cards really quickly just to show you guys how it goes. So there's a Shemini X in here, it's the only EX in the deck, and it's here for setup. Hopefully we won't be attacking with Shemini X. Generally, if we do, we are already losing, and that's not good at all. So Shemini X only for setup, really strong Pokemon. We have Absol, it's a second attacker. It has a different weakness from Yveltal and the Bats. And Mindjack is actually a pretty good attack right now. It does 20 plus 20 for each of our opponent's benched Pokemon, so it's like a reverse Raichu. It takes 2 energy to attack, but we can charge it really quickly using Oblivion Wing. And this guy actually does a lot of damage, so it's capable of doing 120 if the opponent has a full bench of 5 Pokemon, and with the Muscle Band it's 140. Pair that with a Crobat, that's already 170, so it's really good. Absol, definitely a good non-EX attacker. And then we're playing the 4 baby Yveltals that I said. Then I have 1 Eevee and 1 Leafeon in here. Robert said they are like the first things that he would cut from the deck in his interview, which once again I urge you guys to listen to. But I want to keep the deck as it was, so there you go. So 1/1 Leafeon line. It's also an effective attacker because it attacks for a single energy, and hopefully it will be hitting stuff for weakness. Then we have a 4/3/3 Crobat line. Crobat also comes in handy a lot to use Skill Dive in the later stages of the game. We put energy on Crobat and we start attacking our opponent's Pokemon. It chose to go with Dowsing Machine instead of Computer Search as the ace spec. It's an interesting decision. I guess I can see that. I mean, if your deck is consistent enough, you don't really need a computer search. You'd rather just have a repeat effect of something else, like a Muscle Band or a Supporter, or maybe even the Sacred Ash. That seems good. There's 4 Hypnotoxic Laser in here and 3 Burbank City Gym for damage increasing. There's also a couple of Muscle Band and a Silver Bangle for the same reason, so that we can do a lot of damage with just a single energy on a baby Yveltal, which obviously combines really well with the bats, as I mentioned. There's 1 Repeat Ball and 4 Ultra Ball. I guess you couldn't play the 5th Ultra Ball, so there's 1 Repeat Ball in here. It's not the worst. I mean, being able to not discard anything to search is good, but most of the times we don't really mind discarding because we are going for a Shaman or something like that. So there's also a Sacred Ash in here. I think this card is going to be starting to see a lot of play because Lysan's Trump card was banned, and we need ways to shuffle our Pokemon back, especially if we're playing a thick Stage 2 line like most bat decks play. So I think Sacred Ash is going to be featuring in more and more decks as time goes by. There's 3 Via Seeker to bring supporters back. One of those supporters is AZ. There's a single copy of it, and it works really well, especially because we can bring it back with Via Seeker, which means increased damage with a Bats line. We can also bring an attacker back because they're all basic, except for Lithium, although we would lose the energy and all that, but it's still an option that we have to keep in mind. There's a couple of Colrests, because it's also really well positioned as the Absol. There's a lot of full benches in these days. There's a single Lysander in here. There's 3 N and 4 Sycamore as the draw support, and then there's the 11 Darkness Energy that close out the deck. So let's just play it. As I said, if you want more in-depth explanation, please go watch the interview, which is really, really cool. We are playing against Dragon Colorless. I don't really know what I'm expecting. Maybe this is a Rayquaza deck. We start off with a Zubat, which I don't mind, and an Eevee. I don't know if I'm going to bench the Eevee, because I'm not sure it's going to be good, so maybe we just discard it here. Yeah, okay, so we're playing against a Dragon deck. So maybe the Eevee is going to be good, because they need 3 energy and they discard 2, so that's 3. I don't know. Maybe we keep it, I don't know. So I'm going to play the Ultra Ball. Yeah, I'm going to discard the Eevee and an energy, and I'm going for the baby Yveltal. Hopefully you can get another attacker down. Can play the energy here. We could play the Stadium, but I think I'm going to keep it. I'd rather have the Stadium down for when I need to deal damage. I guess my opponent could kill the Zubat, but it's better than hitting our Yveltal, I guess. We have the 4 Zubat and only a 3 Golbat and 3 Crobat line, so don't really mind too much about losing a Zubat. Can also shuffle it back with a Sacred Ash or something like that. We also have a lot of supporters in hand, so I kind of wish that my opponent plays a lot of bench Pokemon just so that we can Colress. Just because... Is he going for a Shaymin? No, he's going for a Rayquaza. Okay, maybe he already has a Shaymin in hand. There's a Spirit Link. He has a supporter for sure. I mean, the colorless Pokemon he's playing is most definitely Shaymin. Oh, he actually put the energy on the High Dragon. That's kind of weird. I figured you would go for the Rayquaza. Although, it doesn't really matter, because he's not doing... The Mega Rayquaza doesn't really matter, except for the extra damage that I have to pile on, because it doesn't really care about discarding energy. Actually, I would go for the Reshiram. 100... Oh no, Reshiram does not kill Yveltal also, yeah. Neither does the High Dragon. This guy does, so yeah. The Rayquaza, I think, is the best option. Not evolving it, especially. So okay, we got another Yveltal, we can put the energy on it. We can start dealing some damage to that Rayquaza, because it's the Pokemon that scares me the most right now, so let's go for it. Rayquaza, putting some damage in there. I'm going to end. My opponent already has 6 cards in hand, so I don't mind too much. Okay, so I can search for something with a repeat ball. I'm going for a Zubat. Alright, putting it down. We have the AZ in hand, which is pretty nice. I can also go for the Absol, but I think just charging up the second Yveltal is better here, son. Just going to put some damage on this dude. Let's just retreat one Yveltal into the other. 30 damage. Let's bring this energy back and put it here. Okay, so our opponent is at 100 life, his Reshiram, I mean. There's an Acrobike. Guess what my opponent needs his energies. I don't know if he played this Fire Energy from hand or if he used the Turbo Blaze ability. Guess he would have used the Turbo Blaze ability, although... Okay, I don't really know. Okay, we drew a Crobat, although we don't have the AZ anymore. But I guess that's fine too. Okay, he's going for another Rayquaza, so I'm going to start doing damage to that one instead. I can also deal, so it's 30, potentially 80 damage to this Reshiram. That doesn't seem like a lot, so let's just keep things as they are. Let's just deal damage to this dude. Can deal. I'm going to put this guy down and put an energy in there. Can do this. I'm not going to laser though, I think. It says 60, if I deal 30, goes to 70, which doesn't... Yeah, I am actually going to laser. Because now he has to retreat or his guy just dies. And even then, I can just kill it now, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to actually put more damage on the guy on the back. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to save this Crobat, I think. We have an easy... Yeah, I'm going to save all of these cards. Let's just start dealing damage to this dude. Maybe next turn we can just get rid of it with the Crobat, and then if he brings a Rayquaza, we just deal a lot of damage to that. With hopefully our Yveltal. Kind of wish he kills my Yveltal here. Yeah, he's going to. Okay. Can we get 130? Yeah, definitely. But just by attacking with this Yveltal with a Silver Bangle on, we get there. So I'm just going to put some damage on his bench. I'm going for this guy and then for the Shaman, so that we can kill a couple of his dudes. So okay, let's put this energy here, and then a Silver Bangle. So this guy is dead. Now let's just put some damage on this dude. He's also in reach. We got the AZ, which I'm going to spend the turn playing, I think. Yeah, definitely. I can just put this thing down. Can also add another 30 damage, but I'm going to put it on the Shaman. Spreading stuff. I'm going to put the stadium down just to make it extra annoying for our opponent. We can actually play this stuff. I'm going to put one here and then save the other one. So Darkness Blade. There we go, 130 damage on that Rayquaza, and we can attack next turn, which is wonderful. Okay, we also drew the Shaman, so maybe we can play a lot of cards and just use it. I just want to Lysander the Rayquaza out and get rid of it, while putting some damage on the Shaman with our bats. Then hopefully we can VS Seeker something out. VS Seeker with a Lysander or with the AZ, and put some more damage on the Shaman and just win. I'm kind of spreading the damage too much because I can definitely kill this Reshiram right here, but kind of feel like it's better to just threaten easy access, because then I might not even need to kill this Reshiram. So okay, I need to deal 160 damage to that Rayquaza. I cannot do that as it is, so yeah, I'm going to play the Absol. Don't really mind that. And then I can Oblivion Wing and energy into it, which seems really nice. Can also bring the Rayquaza EX, the Mega Rayquaza EX, to the active position and deal the first 60 damage to it, and then... Or maybe I just Colress. Yeah, maybe I just Colress. Okay, so he actually is building a Night Dragon. And he's going to attack with it. Okay. Now I really want to go deal some damage to one of his... Okay, let's see. We have the Absol down, and I'm going to put an energy on the Absol. Kind of want to deal 130 damage to one of his dudes. If I go for the Shaman, it's not the worst, because I would be killing his dude, but at the same time I kind of want to go for the Mega Rayquaza, because then I can just kill it with a Crobat. So yeah, I feel like I'm going for that. Okay, Darkness Blade, 130 on his dude, and then he has 180 80 HP Pokemon and 130 HP Pokemon, so he's kind of in trouble, because my bats will be dealing a lot of damage to his guys. So if we ever draw a VS Seeker, we can Lysander out this Shaman and get rid of it, and then a single attack from a Crobat just takes care of this Mega Rayquaza. And this guy, this Hydreigon, does so little damage. I mean, with a Muscle Band it's 100 damage, which is definitely not enough to kill our Yveltal. I mean, this one he can kill because he already hit it with a single attack, but he's two hit knocking out our non-EX Pokemon, so that can't be good. Okay, there's a VS Seeker, 4. Can't imagine a Lysander, so there's an N, okay. I will be actually drawing cards. Hopefully we can keep a supporter in there. Oh, so he actually uses Juniper. I'm also fine with that, obviously. Opponent does not have a Lysander, but yeah, it would be kind of silly of him, I guess, to play a Lysander there. Okay, we actually managed to get another energy, so we can actually kill the Mega Rayquaza. That's cool. Either way, I won't be attacking with Absol, I think. So I'm just going to put an energy here. And just Colressing. Okay, we got another bat. Do I put it down. I'm not sure actually. Let me think for a bit. What else do we have? Let's just see. Got the Leafeon lost in there, and we got the Shaman, which I don't really care too much about. So I think I'm just going for that. Just going for this tooth. Going to put it down. I'm going to put 20 damage on this guy. Alright, I'm going to use the Zubat, because now if I AZ, I can immediately play a Golbat and a Crobat, and that's really good. Can kill this Rayquaza, and then he hits us. But that's okay. Okay. Can also play the laser. If he keeps the Hydreigon in there for a couple of... So it's 60 damage, so we can actually kill it with Absol afterwards. So yeah, I'm going to play this thing. Maybe... Oh, okay, it did not fall asleep, so much for that, but we are killing that Rayquaza while we can. Okay, and we got the AZ, which can actually mean a knockout on the Shaman. If my opponent does not end, we will win for sure. Okay, there's an N, so he is in fact going to N us. Hopefully you can draw something nice. I love the VS Seeker and an energy. That would be just perfect, but my opponent is starting to play energy on the Shaman, so he's thinking about attacking with it. Hopefully it's going to be too late. Okay, there's the N. We got the Dowsing Machine. That's interesting. What can we do with the Dowsing Machine? We can actually win the game with the Dowsing Machine. So I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to Dowsing Machine for the AZ. I'm going to deal 30 damage with the Crobat, and then I'm going to attack with the Crobat that I have in the active position. So yeah, I think this is game. So AZ, play this AZ on our Crobat, put the Zubat down, put the Crobat down, 30 damage here. Can also... Could also kill the... Okay, we can't kill the Hydreigon because we don't have an energy there, but oh well, let's just skill dive for the knockout on the Shaman, and victory is ours! So this deck, as you can see, it's really good, spreads a lot of damage, does a lot of damage with non-EX Pokemon, which is wonderful, that's all we want to do. So Robert Davies, pretty cool deck builder, love his decks, big shout out to him. Hope you guys check out the interview on Team Fish Knuckles channel once again, and tell me what you think about this deck in the comments below, and until the next video, see you guys, bye!